Welcome back to my home. Sorry for the squeaky floor. So come on in. It's going to be a kind of quick class today, not our normal 75 minutes to an hour and a half class. So today we want to just kind of settle in a little quickly. We're going to start seated today. So I want you to come to your booty, sit down, place the sit bones into the mat by moving some of that flesh out of the way. If you have a little bit more, you can kind of grab it and pull it out of the way. Sit your sit bones down. Now, I want you to take your right foot, bring your right foot out of the way and bring the left foot in towards the right thigh. Now take your left foot and take the outside edge, this knife's edge of your foot right here, and place it into that little groove where your hip meets your belly, okay? Now, you can always grab a hold of a block. I'm flexible in my legs and my knees here, so I can really get my legs down, but sometimes it's uncomfortable for people, and you can always take a block and place it underneath that leg until you start to get to a point where you can push it down a little bit more and get it closer to the floor, okay? So let's start here with the foot tucked away, starting to press down through that right knee. Start to imagine a little bit of weight in this right hip. Go ahead and close your eyes. Place the palms face up in your lap. You can have the arms extended out with the backs of the hands on top of the knees, or maybe the arms are close by the sides, helping you to stack that spine, head over heart and heart over pelvis. Good. Keep feeling that weight, pulling your hips towards the floor. This same pressure will allow you to lift that sternum up a little higher and lift the chin up a little taller. Stack that head over the heart, heart over the pelvis. Really create that nice straight line so we can have that energy drawing up from the floor and out through the crown of our head. Good. Close your eyes. Breathe. Just settle in here for a moment. Listen to the sounds of the wind chime. Listen to the sounds of my voice. Start to focus on your breath. No need to deepen the breath just yet. Just notice your breath. Find it. Where is it today? Is it steady? Is it racing? Is it short? Is it long? Just notice that breath. Sit up a little taller with your inhale. Allow the shoulders to drop back and down with your exhale. Maybe plugging a little bit more weight into the hips. Breathe. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let the eyeballs hang heavy. And think about that space between the eyebrows. Soften it. Good. Take a moment to go inside and think of something you're grateful for today. What are you thankful for? What do you appreciate in your life today? What is it? Maybe it brings a smile to your face. Let the corners of your mouth turn up. Let that smile be created externally as you're feeling it internally. Good. Open the eyes. Keep smiling here. Go ahead and grab a hold of the right foot, move it out of the way, and bring the left foot in. This is half lotus here, Ardha Padmasana here. So I want you to take the knife's edge or the outside edge of that left foot, tuck it into that little crease right there where the thigh meets the belly. Pull that right foot in a little bit tighter, and then move the flesh if you need to from the bum. Get your sit bones back into the mat. Think about placing the weight into the left side here, into the left hip. Allow a little bit of weight to pull your leg down. Just imagine that there. Good. Come back to sitting tall. Draw your hands to heart center. Anjali Mudra. Fingers touch, fingertips touch, palms pressed together. Squeeze your fingers tight and allow the thumbs to press into your sternum here. Good. Lift the elbows up a little higher. Lift the chest towards the thumbs and smile. Again, going back to that thing you're grateful for. What is it? Think about it. Can't remember? Find something else you're grateful for. The most awesome thing about finding gratitude in our lives is it helps us recognize more gratitude in the future. So more things start to pop up. You start to really notice them. Good. Maybe you have another smile on your face. Maybe the one has continued from before. Beautiful job. Good. We want to get as much of a stretch on this left side as we did on the right side. So that's why we're going to sit here for just another moment. You can close your eyes again if you'd like. Or just sit here with a smile, thinking of things you're grateful for, thinking of the things that really make your heart swell in your life. What makes you happy? What are you super thankful for? Small things, big things, it doesn't matter. Good. Grab a hold of the left leg and gently release it out. Now we're moving into full Padmasana, full lotus pose. If you already found that half lotus a little difficult, I want you to go right back into the half lotus again. This time on the right side, I promise I'll try and even it out for you this time. Otherwise, we want to grab a hold of that right foot, take the outside edge of that right foot, place it into that little crease. Let the knee drop towards the floor. Now grab a hold of your left leg and pull it in. This time crossing it on top and bringing it also to that little crease right there, bringing that outside edge of the foot here. Now notice my knee is rising up here. If it's super uncomfortable for me to try and release it down, you can always bring a block right here and allow a little bit of weight to plug in there first before you start to allow it to fall down, okay? Let's try that again. Started to get a little cramp in my foot. That happens. Just remember where you're at today is important for your body. That's what you need to focus on, okay? So find a comfortable place and stay here for just a moment. Again, if it got super uncomfortable, do one leg at a time. Have that right foot on top instead of the left crossing over. We're really pretzeling up here. Eventually the soles of the feet are going to be lifted towards the sky, and we're going to start to get a nice ankle stretch here, stretch through the tops of the foot, stretch through the legs. We're really opening up through the hips. So we're working a bunch of stuff just sitting right here in this lotus posture. Maybe take a little bit of weight and press down onto your thighs. I don't want you to press onto the knees, but rather onto the thighs a little bit. Again, imagining pressing or plugging a little bit of weight into the hips so it can really lift your torso up and press your hips down. Good. Let's unwind. Grab a hold of that left ankle. Hold on to the right foot. Crisscross. Now, this time, the left foot comes on top. Bring the knife's edge of that foot into that little crease. Bring the right foot on top. This time, bringing it again into that crease. Both feet are on top. Soles of the feet are eventually going to work their way towards the ceiling, facing up. It's a cool little ankle twist here. We're working that now on the left ankle. If you look down, you can kind of see how your ankle's bending. Eventually, it's going to be at a weird little 90-degree angle. All of these things are possible over time and patience and practice. We will learn to get deeper into the poses. Don't push yourself now. I don't want you to tear any tendons or stretch any ligaments past their point of stretching because we don't want to damage our body. Then we won't be able to go farther in the future. Really acknowledge where you're at today. Again, using only the left foot on top here if you were struggling to get that other foot up. Everybody's body is different. Wherever it's at today, I want you to honor that. Be proud of where you're at today. Just think about where you've been in your life and how far you've come from there, and how far you can possibly go is sky's the limit, okay? Holding here, breathing, lifting up tall. Think always about stacking that spine, head over heart and heart over pelvis. Feel your pelvic floor pressing into the mat here. Maybe even move that flesh if it feels good and helps you to sink into the mat a little bit more. Using that brick if you need to hover that leg, okay? Always so many variations and options we can do with these. Padmasana, lotus pose. Holding here for just another moment. I know it feels like the legs are all stretched out, but we're working new blood flow back in there. So it's going to wake them up. We're going to start to flow and move. It's going to be great, I promise. Good, take the palms, press down onto those thighs just a little bit, plug a little bit of weight into the legs. Good, now grab a hold of your left foot and release those feet out. Kick the soles of the feet forward and flex your feet. You can have a micro bend in the knees, but I want you to work to start to straighten and lengthen those legs across the mat. Sit tall. Good. Starting with Paschimottanasana, reach your arms up to the sky. Really claw to the sky. Reach, reach, reach. Climb that ladder, climb that ladder, climb that ladder. Hold. Good. Now fold. Pull your belly button into the spine. Hinge at the hips. Keep your feet flexed. And try and drop and round your forehead into your knee first. Now you can keep the bend in the knees as much as you need here, okay? Don't worry about, I'm going to turn to the side here so you can see. Don't worry if you have a bend in the knees here. Eventually you're going to start straightening it out. The thing you want to think about here most is the length in the spine. So folding it forward, feet flexed, First we round. Good. Then inhale, lift, press through the heels, lift the chest towards the sky. Think cobra pose, lifting, 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 chin reaches up. Now extend your chin towards your shin, lengthen the legs out. Feel how the stretch changes from your back to your hamstrings now. Good. Keep working your chin towards your shins and your nose towards the toes. Look out in front, past your toes. Flex your feet, maybe hold onto the feet or hold onto the floor here. Keep pressing through those heels. Keep plugging some weight into the hips. Keep extending long. Exhale, bend the knees a little bit, round it out, chin into chest, forehead into those knees. Paint the mat with your hands, slowly roll it up. Good, keep flexing through those feet. Bring the hands by your sides, Dandasana. So we're not really pressing into the hands here, but the arms are lengthened for support so we can get that length through the spine. Think about squeezing a pencil between the shoulder blades on your backside here so you can really draw the shoulders back and down. Extend the heels long. Good, nice Dandasana. Perfect. Rotate those inner thighs in towards one another. Spiral them in. Squeeze, hold. Good, gently release, cross the legs, roll onto the knees, and come into your cat-cow. You can walk it back if you need to. You can roll up the mat underneath the knees if you really need to. Otherwise, I want the knees underneath the hip points. Extend your shins long, toes are pointing back. If you look between your thighs, it's almost like your shins and your toes are starting to disappear. Now make sure that your wrists are right underneath those shoulders, and we spread the fingers wide. Good. Extend the crown of the head long and shoot that tailbone back. Pull your belly button up to meet the spine. Now inhale, drop the belly, look towards the sky. Our spine really arches here. Reaching the nose up towards the ceiling. Thinking about reaching the crown of the head towards the tailbone. Breathing here, feeling the stretch along the front side of the belly. And then exhale, press through the shins behind you. Pull the belly button up to the spine. Pull your chin into your chest, round and curl. Look at your belly button. Press through your palms. Press down through the shins. Breathe. Squeeze. Inhale. Drop the belly. Look up. Start to move with your breath. Inhaling to drop. And then exhaling, make a wave with your spine. Start with the tailbone and then tuck your chin into your chest last. Squeeze, inhale, start with the tailbone, arch it up, look towards the sky. Really rounding out here, pressing the hips towards the sky. Round it out, chin into chest, squeeze here. Thinking now about pressing the hips towards the elbows. Press down through the shins, squeeze. Last one, drop the belly, look up on your inhale. And exhale, round it out, tuck it in tight, mad kitty, hold, hold, hold. Good, extend the crown of the head long, tailbone long, neutral spine. Walk the hands out about one hand length. Make sure you have a nice strong foundation with those hands. Grip those jar lids, curl onto the toes. Squeeze the belly towards the thighs. Lift the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Now with the hands, you really want to grip through the hands. You want to imagine that you're holding on to the lids of, like, we'll say a pickle jar, and you're trying to open that jar. So when we try and open it, we're rotating the upper arm bones out, and we're rotating our inner thighs in to meet each other. This is going to help us melt that chest towards the thighs. Lift your hips towards the sky. Good. Reach your heels down towards the mat. If your heels are already into the mat, you can lift up through the toes. In this Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Press through the palms. Rotate the upper arm bones out. Melt the chest towards the thighs. We're constantly working in this resting posture. Breathe. Smile. Exhale, drop it down. Knees come close. Separate the feet just wider than your hips. We're moving into Virasana, or hero pose. So if you have a block nearby, I want you to grab it, place it under your butt. Do it for the first time, everybody, okay? Even if you know you can handle hero pose, I want you to see the variations that are available to you in case you happen to be working with somebody who struggles with this, okay? You can also take the calf flesh here, grab from the inside and pull out. This will help you get a little deeper into the pose. Now, the feet are Toes down, right beside you here. You might be able to press into the soles of the feet, maybe give a little massage here. Good. Lift up tall through that sternum. Keep that long line from the crown of the head, over the heart, over the tailbone. Lift. Good. Now draw those thighs together, squeeze the legs together. Now maybe move the block out of the way. Can you sink your butt to the floor? If you're almost there, maybe take the block just on the edge and then help to kind of push it out of the way with your butt. This will help open up the knees. Now, if you feel a stabbing sensation in those knees, you need to come back onto the block, okay? No stabbing sensation in the knees, not even a super pinch in the knees. We don't want to hurt our knees or blow out our knees. They're so important to our lives. So if you can sit it down here and you're sitting down nice and strong and you have great flexibility here and you know it's in your practice, maybe you drop down and back onto the forearms. Now, if you're on the block, please just stay on the block. There's no need to drop down and back today, okay? I'll stay on the block with you. Those of you who know your reclined hero or your Supta Virasana, you can go ahead and move into that. Dropping down to the forearms and then laying down onto the back. Try and keep the knees together tight. Everybody zip up through those thighs, rotate them in tight, squeeze in, hold. Smile, it's yoga, we're having fun, right? Just breathe. Good. If you're in that Supta Virasana, start to make your way out. Use your forearms, use your core, lift yourself up. Try not to use the knees. I don't want you to hyperextend out those knees. Good. Those of you on the block, move it out of the way. Everybody, come on to your hands. Start to use those hands to pull yourself forward. Don't use the knees to shift yourself forward. You might hyperextend or pull something out, okay? Coming into that tabletop first, then curling onto the toes, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Smile, shake it out, pedal it out. Not a yes, not a no. Whatever it is you need to do here, just make sure you end on a positive note. Good, nice work. Keep the big toes touching here and separate the knees wide. Release through the toes and sink your hips to your heels. Moving into Utthita Balasana for just a moment. Opposite stretch here for the knees and for the thighs and the hip bones here. So now walk your belly in between the thighs. Bring that belly onto the mat. Keep your hips sinking down to your heels. And then walk the hands out in front of you. Maybe you can bring your forehead into the mat. And just breathe. 2 breaths. Feeling the stretch, opening up through the hips here. Opening up through the inner thighs. Good. Now, pull through the forearms, pull through the palms, and start to walk your body forward. Come onto your belly. Zip up through your legs. Draw the legs in tight. Now we're in a little Sphinx posture just for a moment. On the forearms, palms flat into the mat. Look forward, chin draws forward, pull the chest forward. Feel the lower spine stretch. Push into the hips. Push into the tops of the feet. Smile, smile. Exhale, slowly lower down. Now, I want you to reach your right arm out and come onto your right side. Stack your left hip on top of the right and flex your feet. Now, bend your right arm and create a little shelf for your head. So you want to bring your right ear onto the right palm. The left palm is right in front of your body, just as support right here. Now point your toes and notice how the body wants to just kind of drop everywhere. Flex your feet so you can see how you gain that stability with the feet flexed. Good. So you want to imagine you're standing against the bottom of your mat. Good. Holding here and rock it side to side. Massage through that right hip a little bit. Find your balance. Find that spot right in the center where you have a nice strong foundation. And point your left toe and start to reach it up towards the sky. Opening up here. Ardha Uttanasana. Breathe. Hold. Now flex your foot. Feel the difference in the stretch? Good. Point the toe. Keep breathing. Flex. And point. Keep it pointed. And slowly release it down. Good. Release your right arm out. Bring the right ear to the bicep. Roll back onto your belly. Roll now onto your left side. Moving on to that Anantanasana. Anantanasana, I believe it's called. Bring your hand to your left ear, create that little shelf. Good. Flex your feet, find the stability. Right hip is stacked on top of the left. We're right here on our side. The right hand is here for foundation. So if you need it for a little bit of balance, place it right in front of the body. That way you can use it to your benefit. Now rock it side to side. Create a little massage in that left hip. Good. Keep flexing your left foot. Point the right toe. Stop the rocking. And start to reach that right toe up to the sky. How far can you go? Keep reaching. Keep reaching. Anantasana. Anantasana. Yeah. Kick that right toe up. Keep reaching. Keep flexing the left toe. Keep pointing the right. Good. Flex your foot. Right foot flexes. Right toe points. Right toe flex. Feel the change in the stretch. Point. Slowly keep it pointed as you release it down. Good job. Unwind. Roll back onto your belly. Breathe. Forehead into the mat. Extend through the toes. Arms are long. Just laying here for a moment. We're going to do the other side again. Roll onto your right side. Stack the left hip on top of the right. Now you can keep your right ear onto the bicep here if you'd like, or continue to stack that right ear on top of the right hand. Keep the left hand where it is. Flex both your feet hard. Flex them hard like you're standing. Good. Point the left toe and kick it up to the sky. Open up. Anantasana. Keep pointing. Good. Now flex your foot and reach the left arm up. Can you grab for your toes? Keep flexing your right foot. Now flex the left foot. Grab your toes if you can. Hold. Hold. If you can't grab those toes, I want you reaching for them. Keep reaching that left arm up. Feel the balance on the right side. Flex that right foot harder to hold that balance. Good. Release the toe. Point that toe up. Release the left hand down. And then release the left foot down. Good. Flex your foot. Point both the toes. Roll back onto your belly. Right back onto that left side. Again, you can create a bicep pillow here for the left ear, or you bring the left ear onto the left hand. Right hand is here for support just for a moment until we can feel those hips stacked. Right hip on top of the left. Flex your feet. Point the right toe. Kick it up to the sky. Open up. Anantasana. Point that toe. Point, point, point. Point, point, point. Now flex your foot. Reach the right arm up. Can you grab for those toes? I'm a little tighter on this side. It's a little more difficult for me, but I'm really flexing that left foot, reaching my left leg down to the ground. It makes it easier for me to grab a hold and pull down onto that right toe. Hold, hold, smile. If you're wobbling like I am, enjoy the wobble, enjoy the ride. Good, release that toe. Point it back up towards the ceiling. Release the right hand. Drop it down. Good. Roll back onto that belly. Nice job. Stay here for just a moment. Then pick your favorite side and roll onto your back. Moving into our Supta Pada Angustasana. We'll lay onto the back. Shoulders drop back and down. Imagine squeezing that pencil between your shoulder blades again, and then release the shoulders back and down. Tuck your chin into your chest. Extend those legs long. Zip them up together. Good. Eye gaze up towards the ceiling, shoulders back and down. Take your left palm and place it on your left thigh. Good. Now keep pointing your toes and extend the right foot up towards the sky. Bend your right knee and grab a hold of your big toe. Using the peace sign fingers with your right hand and that right thumb, wrap them around that big toe. And now keep pressure in the left hip and start to extend the right knee, or extend the right leg up towards the sky. Good. Press down on this left hip, hold. Don't let that left hip rise up. Start to peel your right shoulder back down. Maybe the right knee bends a little bit, that's okay. We're working on the hamstring here, so really start to pull that right shoulder back down towards the mat. Flex both your feet. Hold, hold. Good. Gently release the grip on that toe. Bend your right knee. Draw it in towards the chest. Squeeze. Gently release. Shavasana. Fix your spine. Straighten it out. Extend those legs out long. Maybe walk the heels down. Point through the toes. Draw your shoulders back and down together again. Eye gaze up. Now point your toes and bring the right palm to the right hip. Start to extend the left toes up towards the sky. Supta Padangusthasana. Bend the left knee. Grab a hold with the peace sign fingers and the left thumb. And start to kick that left foot up towards the sky. Flex your feet. Right foot flexes, left foot flexes. Holding that right hip down. If the right hip starts to come up, push it down with that right hand. Now extend that left leg up even longer. Can you pull the toes back? Flex. Great job. I know you're doing amazing. I know I can't see you, but I know you're doing phenomenal. If you have a bend in that knee, don't worry about it. You are where you're supposed to be right now today. Feel whatever you're feeling in this moment, but don't discourage yourself and definitely don't judge yourself. Good. Gently release. Shoulder back and down. Release the left foot back. Shavasana. Lay here for just a moment. And then draw both knees into the chest. Flex your feet hard. Start to round and curl. Pull your forehead in towards the knees. Tuck your chin tight in toward your chest. Activate your belly button and pull in through that pelvic floor. Forehead into the knees. A Supta Bandha ball. We're locking up our bandhas here. Our Mula Bandha. Our Jalandhara Bandha and our Uddiyana Bandha are all locked out here. Hold your breath. Hold. Hold. And exhale, gently release. Soles of the feet in towards the mat. Windshield wiper from side to side. Just move those knees from left to right. Feel the lower spine release here. Good job. Moving into a little Setu Bandha, bridge pose. So I want you to drop the hands beside your body. Walk the fingertips to touch the heels. If you can't, walk the soles of the feet up a little bit higher so the heels come to touch the fingertips. Now draw your shoulders back and down. Tighten up like you're squeezing that pencil in between the shoulder blades. Hold. Chin up, eye gaze up towards the ceiling. Good. Fingertips down beside you. Inhale, lift your hips up towards the sky. Bridge pose, Setu Bandha. Think about lifting your shins towards your booty. Think about lifting your bum towards the sky. Lift those hips towards the sky. Now chin towards the chest and, chest towards the chin and chin towards the sky. Imagine you have an orange right there underneath your chin and that you don't want to squeeze the juice out. Now, if you're struggling here, drop out of the pose to look and see what I'm doing here. I don't want you to twist your neck in bridge pose. You might hurt yourself. Squeeze and lift, and gently release. Drop it down. Good job. Reset. Shoulders squeeze together. Make sure you can tickle those heels. Good. Now, I want you to picture having your block in between your thighs. Start to squeeze that imaginary block between the thighs and press through the soles of the feet. Lift your hips up towards the sky. Setu Bandha, once again, bridge pose. This time you can take the hands and interlace them behind you, dropping the fist below the tailbone. Keep lifting. Shins towards your bum and bum towards the sky. Chest towards chin and lift your chin towards the sky. Create a little space. Lift, hold. Now come onto your toes. Keep lifting. Keep that bend in the knees. Squeeze that block. Exhale, gently release. Rock it side to side. Windshield wiper. Good job. Last time. Shoulder blades tuck back and down together. Palms into the mat. Make sure you can touch those heels. About a hip's distance separation between the knees here. Good. Start pressing through the palms, start pressing through the hips, lift the hips towards the sky, press through the soles of the feet, walk the shoulder blades under, grab a hold of opposite fist here. Hold, pressing the hips up a little higher. Maybe you kick the right leg up. Drop it down. Kick the left leg up, really point those toes and lift. Drop it down. One more time, right leg up. Drop it down, left leg up, point. Drop it down, release the hands, release the hips. Good, rock it side to side. Release the tension through that spine. Nice job. Moving straight into our Jatara Parivartanasana, our side belly twist. Keep the shoulders tucked back and down. Now reach your arms out beside you like airplane wings, palms down. Look over the shoulders to make sure the elbows aren't going above the shoulders. We don't want them to go too high up. And really pull the shoulder blades together. Drop back and down. Notice your chest lift up. Good. Now lift up off the soles of your feet, or push up off the soles of your feet. Lift your hips up into a little mini bridge pose. Now shift your hips to the left side, hovering, and drop them down on the left side of your mat. You've created a little funky curve with your spine. It's okay. We want to do that on purpose. Kick the soles of your feet up and draw your knees in towards your chest. Keep your eye gaze up to the ceiling. Keep your shoulders grounded and drop both knees towards the right side of your body, releasing the knees towards your right elbow. So really start to work those knees up and towards your chest, working them towards that right elbow. Breathe. Flex your feet like you're standing against that wall back there. Eye gaze is still up towards the ceiling. If this left shoulder is grounded into the mat, like fully touching the mat, and your feet are flexed, you can look over the left shoulder. This will increase the stretch to the right side of your neck, but only if the left shoulder is grounded. Smile. Flex your feet. Maybe take the right hand and pull on the outside edge of your left thigh to peel that left leg around. The belly is hanging super heavy here. We're rinsing out our belly like we're rinsing out a dish towel here, rinsing out our spine. So let the belly hang heavy and pull across that left thigh with the right hand. A little self-adjustment here, since you're not in a class where a teacher can come around and kind of twist and pull on you. You can pull on yourself and really get a nice stretch going here. Good. If the eye gaze is over, turn it back up towards the ceiling. Press through the palms, pull in through your pelvic floor, and draw the knees up. Use your core. Drop the soles of the feet down. Recenter your spine so it's on the mat straight, and then curl up and give yourself another little hug here, another little Supta Bandha ball. Maybe you tighten up through those Bandha locks, squeezing in, creating the Maha Bandha here, the great lock. Holding, lighting a fire here. Good. Gently release. Soles of the feet back into the mat. Let's do that left side. Good. Shoulders back and down first. Then we reach those arms out beside us. Lift up through the hips, pressing through the soles of the feet, a little Supta Bandha, Setu Bandha, bridge pose. Shift the hips and hover over the right side of your mat. Drop them down into the right side of the mat. So now you have a little funky curve. We're mostly on that left hip. Kick the knees up and bring them in towards the chest. Keep the arms where they are and drop both knees to the left side of your body this time, the left side of your mat, bringing those knees up towards your left elbow. Flex your feet hard like you're standing against a wall and start to feel the stretch through the right side of your hip. Now, if you get down here and this is super intense, maybe your left leg isn't touching or your right leg is super open right here, can't get it down, grab a hold of your block. Use it for support under that bottom leg or in between the legs, depending on your position in your body. You can always use those bricks or blocks to help you get deeper into the posture. Believe it or not, supporting ourselves helps our body realize where we need to go so we can get there a little deeper next time. Flex your feet. Maybe take the left hand and place it on the outer edge of the right thigh and peel it down. Feeling that nice stretch in the back side of the hip. Letting the belly hang super heavy here. We're rinsing out that spine, rinsing out all those toxins. Good. Now, if your right shoulder is grounded into the mat here, look over your right fingertips. Only if the right shoulder is grounded into the mat. Jatara Parivartanasana. Keep flexing your feet. Keep working those knees up towards that left elbow, squeezing them in towards the body. Smile. Draw your eye gaze back up towards the ceiling. Use your next inhale. Pull both knees in towards the chest. Draw them up through your core. And then replace the feet back into the mat. Recenter yourself. Last opportunity for that self-love. Supta Bandha ball. Squeeze it in tight. Maybe give the knees a kiss while you're here. Say thank you. Flex your feet. Breathe. Release it down when you're ready. One last little posture. Pick your favorite side once again. Roll onto that belly, moving into our Paripurna Navasana, our full boat pose. So if full boat is in your practice, you can go straight into it all 3 times. Otherwise, I'm going to show you a nice little stretching first. So we're all on our belly here. Bring your chin into the mat. Zip up through your legs. Good. Reach the arms forward. Now, reach the right arm back and kick your left foot up. So opposite foot, left foot, right hand. Grab a hold of your foot. Start to press through the left palm and kick into your right hand with the left foot. Open up, a little crossbody stretch here. Breathe. Ardha Navasana. Half bow. Good. Release the leg, release the arm, forehead into the mat. Deep breath, inhale. Exhale, let it out. Kick the right foot up, look forward, bring the left arm back, grab a hold of your foot. Now start to kick into that left hand and reach back, pressing through the right palm, extend that right arm long, pressing through the left foot, hold. Gentle release. Let it go, arms out in front, forehead into the mat. Now swing the arms back beside your body. Zip up through the legs, or you can keep a little hips distance in between the legs, but I want you to feel the pressure of your hips into the mat here. Bring your chin into the mat, inhale. Exhale out through the mouth, let everything go. Bend the knees, grab a hold of your ankles. Inhale, kick up, kick into those hands. Full boat. Breathe, breathe. Paripurna Nirvasana. Full boat pose. Keep kicking, shoulder stretching here, lower back stretching. Imagine squeezing that block in between those thighs. Hold. 80-20 breath here. Only 20% of the breath is being used. The other 80 is being used to hold us up. Breathe. Small sips of air. Exhale. Release. Let it go gently. Forehead into the mat. Nice work, you guys. Pick your favorite side once again. Roll onto it. Pull yourself into that fetal pose. Draw the knees in tight. Create a little pillow with your bicep. And give yourself some love. Squeeze those legs in. Maybe rub the hair behind your ear. Always taking this nice little fetal posture for our self-love time. Wherever you're touching your body, I want you to tap or touch or rub and tell your body thank you. Go cellular. Say I love you. Tell the cells inside your body, underneath your skin, I love you. They're listening to everything we think, everything we say, everything we put into our bodies. Our cells are adapting to. So try and make it all positive. Do your best to eat good foods, take good care of your body, and definitely say nice things to yourself. Good. Whenever you're ready, give yourself another little pat, another little squeeze, and roll into that Shavasana. Come onto your spine, come onto your back. Allow the heels to extend long, let the toes fall apart. Release everything down. Tuck the shoulders back and down, tuck the chin into the chest. Feel the length of the spine on your mat as you start to close your eyes. And just feel everything melting away. Find the most comfortable place you can find, because once you get here, I'm going to encourage you to find your stillness. I'm going to encourage you to find that place where you don't need to wiggle, you don't need to move. Start to focus on your breath. Let go of the breath. Let go of the thoughts. Acknowledge them as they come in and then send them away like a cloud in the sky. No need to deal with anything here. This is our most important posture of the day, our Shavasana. This is where the magic happens. This is when our truest thoughts come through, when our manifestation occurs. Bring a smile to your face. Allow it to resonate and radiate across your entire body. Every centimeter of your skin feels that smile. You can almost imagine it smiling for you. Let the toes hang heavy. Let the feet hang heavy. Feeling the calves and the knees and the thighs all melting into one. The weight of the hips releases. And the belly button begins to fall towards the spine a little more with each breath. Feel the breath become deeper. Maybe it expands your clothes with each inhale. And you're able to really let something go with each exhale. Let the arms relax. The shoulders relax. Turn off the biceps, turn off the tricep, turn off the elbows. Just let everything hang heavy and melt away. Release the pressure through the palms, maybe feeling a little ball of energy hovering above your palm. Let your jaw hang heavy and releasing towards the floor. Feel the weight of your earlobes pulling towards the floor. Your eyeballs hang heavy. The space between your eyebrows relaxes. You feel your third eye open up. And your scalp releases tension, hanging heavy towards the mat. Each time you start to feel an urgency bubbling up, a need to move, ask yourself, do I really need this? If the answer is yes, by all means, go ahead and move, but most often it's no. In that moment, I challenge you to take 3 to 5 more full cycles of breath before saying it's over, before saying you're done. If you're super distracted, maybe come back to a moment of gratitude here, finding something you're thankful for. Know that you are safe. Know that you are stable. Know that you are capable. You are enough. You do enough. And you have enough. Take a moment to tell yourself, I love you, if you haven't had the chance already. Staying here for just a few more breaths, maybe longer. Maybe you stop and pause the video. When you're ready, I want you to roll onto that favorite side once more. Maybe roll onto the other one this time, you choose. Coming back into that fetal position for just a moment. Eyes are still closed. And then use the hands to press yourself up. Come back into a cross-legged seat, whatever feels comfortable for you, find it now. And then think about lifting that head over heart and heart over pelvis, stacking tall. Eyes still closed, bring the palms together at the heart. Drop your chin into your chest, give a little reverent bow, thank your heart. Say, I feel my truth. Draw the palms to the lips, chin up. Say to yourself here, I speak my truth. Thumb tips all the way up to that third eye. Smile. Say to yourself, I intuit the truth through my thoughts. Nice gentle bow, fingertips still to the forehead. Say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. It's been my honor to guide you guys through this class. I look forward to the next one. Any questions or comments, just let me know. Have a great day. Namaste.